Shall we begin?
Let's get started. Hey, Mom, can I have $20?
I gave you $20 yesterday.
Futures Academy in Victoria is a different kind of school. We use the individually designed educational achievement plan to build a program for your child based on their needs, strengths, and struggles. If your child has had trouble in public school, perhaps developed anxiety or fallen behind in grade levels and achievement, give us a call. Our number is 361-433-0322. You can also check us out on the web at futuresacademyvic.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay, welcome to another episode of Can I Have $20? This week we're talking about birthdays, and I'm so excited because mine's coming up. And for everyone that wants to know, yes, I do need a new blender.
I need a new blender too.
Well, maybe for your birthday I'll get you one.
Maybe we should ask them for $20.
Okay, Mom, you did a little research about the history of birthdays, so tell me a little something.
Well, oddly enough, I don't want to start with the actual history. I kind of want to start with the history in the United States of where it came from when we started celebrating birthdays here. And I found the most bizarre fact that makes the most perfect sense once you know what it is. So in the late 1800s, people were not suddenly, but I guess constantly more aware of time. For the first time, we had watches, we had pocket watches, we had clocks on the wall in normal people's homes. You didn't have to be wealthy to own this piece of jewelry or furnishings anymore.
Interesting.
And so time was a big factor for people when it never really had been before, outside of harvesting and childbearing, things like that.
But weren't people just looking up at the sky? It's 5:06.
I don't think it worked quite like that. They looked up at the sky and said, oh, it's going to rain. It must be mid-March. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that was one of the things that they did in the history of the U.S. It was actually further back than that when it started. The Greeks may have been the ones to... I found two different things. I found the Greeks and the Egyptians, but they were probably the first ones to give birthday gifts and recognize birthdays. However, it wasn't a birthday. It was when someone was made a pharaoh. I don't remember if they were chosen or elected or birthed or what, but when they became a pharaoh, they were believed to have become gods. And so it was really the birth of a god day, not their actual natural birthday. And so that's really the first record that we have of the history. But in modern meaning, obviously, it's something very different. It's just the birth of a child, and you've survived around the planet another year. What birthdays do you remember when you were growing up?
All of them, because I love my birthday.
I have no recollection of I don't know, I may remember 5 birthdays in my life.
Okay, I think this is a common thing, though, because I ask everyone I know, tell me about your favorite birthday. Your favorite birthday party, your favorite birthday memory, somebody else's birthday party that you had fun at. Tell me something, and everybody's like, I don't know. But it's because nobody cares about your birthday like you care about your birthday.
I don't care about my birthday like you care about my birthday.
You're weird. Am
I?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Is it because I'm a Gemini that I love my birthday? But I think another year of life is something to celebrate.
I think the fact that you're a Gemini means you think you deserve twice the celebration.
No.
Okay, so when Cheyenne was little, I swear in January she would start talking about her birthday, which is in June. And I had to make a rule when, what were you, 9 or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
That I said you cannot even bring up your birthday until 1 month before. And it was like Christmas morning to her. She would bust into my room 1 month before. It's 30 days to my birthday. I get to talk about my birthday. Let's plan my birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can't we go to the pool?
Which now that I have a child, in hindsight, you should have been giving yourself much more than 30 days to plan. The expense, the organization.
Oh, wait. Your child is about to be 2. Don't tell me you're hiring a party planner for her birthday already.
No, but last year I did go all out for her first birthday. But she's my first baby. It's her
True.
first birthday. It was my first year as being a mom. It was
Right.
also a double celebration. No, this year we're just going to a water park and hanging out with family and wearing her out all weekend.
Yeah.
But I do plan to make a big deal about birthdays if she wants to, because I love my birthday and I hope she does too. It's important to celebrate yourself. And
How big of a deal are you talking? Are you talking, we want to invite all the friends, we want to invite the block, we want to have a bounce house? Do we just do a little, buy packaged invitations and paper plates and call it good? What?
well, if I had it my way, I would have a rager for my birthday every year.
I don't even know what that is.
A rager's a giant, massive, wild party. That's what I'd do.
How old are you again?
All my friends and family.
Aren't
You know what? Here's the thing. I love my birthday because it's my chance to get everybody I love in one room. My family, my friends, all my friend groups. People that aren't really friends with each other. Too bad. Y'all all have to be together because it's my birthday. And everybody gets that once a year. You have that chance once a year. So if you're not using it, it's not your... That's your fault.
That's a really neat idea if you're the type of person who likes to have those kind of parties. So I'm shocked that you remember all of them. And of course, I know you love your birthday and always have. So tell me about what birthday... Now, don't make us look bad, but what birthdays do you remember from your childhood?
Well, I remember the one where it was supposed to be a surprise party, and the little girl that lived across the street that I played with ruined it for me.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that one. I think in that same house, it may have been the same year or the next year, but we had a slumber party and we made friendship bracelets. They were pink and purple, and we got beads and...
Yes, the little round plastic beads.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
we got those. And then I remember...
Oh my gosh, you must have been like 8 or 9.
Yeah, and then I remember a birthday at Grandma's house the summer that we moved to Van, where my friends came and visited me, and they spent the night. And we made... we had breakfast pizza, and then we had pizza for lunch, and then we had like a dinner pizza, and then we had a dessert pizza, and that was like Grandma's favorite thing, was to make all the pizzas with us. But we rode 4-wheelers and fished, and that was a good time. The next year when I turned 10, Carissa and Aunt Tara and I went to Splash Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably still one of my favorite birthday memories.
Of course.
So I have a lot of really good ones. I remember my 16th birthday. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I remember.
Oh, we all dressed up and went fancy. Yes.
And I remember you actually yelled at Devin at that one, and we still laugh about that.
I remember that, but I don't remember why I yelled at
It
her.
was about her boyfriend. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, yes, because she was still dating that dude, and I still remember who he is.
Anyways, so yeah, I remember a lot of my birthdays, and I said the other day that I haven't celebrated it since I was 24, because the next year I was pregnant, and then the year after that I had a newborn, or a pretty tiny baby.
Yeah.
And then I just, this year I probably won't either. We'll be in East. Oh, last year we were visiting grandparents.
Right.
We'll be doing that this year too.
Yes.
So, I'll probably do a celebration for my 30th in a couple years, but I think I'm having to settle with the fact that celebrations really are coming to an end, and it's just because time and expense and,
See, that's that's funny, because I was never, growing up, I was never that into birthdays. I remember a couple. And my mom kind of liked to throw theme parties. And I'm wondering if the one you talked about with the beads was the pink party. Mm-hmm. Where we did everything pink. You had pink cake, pink punch, pink ice cream. Everybody wore pink. Everything was pink because that was your favorite color.
I think so, yeah.
Sheridan had one that, I don't remember what the theme was. If it was I'm sure it was animals. But I actually made her cake that had an ice cream cone on it. And then we had ice cream with it. I remember Dakota having a Bob the Builder party.
Dakota's first birthday was Blue's Clues, and I remember because you gave him one cupcake, and we have a picture of him with one finger sticking up, and it's blue, blue stained from the icing.
So for the cake, I had a friend make the cake. If I remember right, that was Josephine, and she made cakes at home. But anyway, you would have a mom who made cakes. You didn't go to a bakery or whatever. I'm blown away by some of these first birthday cakes that look like a wedding cake.
I know.
That is crazy. Slap some Betty Crocker in a pan and put it out there. But I don't remember the birthday parties myself growing up. So one of the theme parties I had, and I think I did this for you too, was, and if not you, it was Sheridan, but where it was a mom party where you dressed in your mom's clothes and you brought a baby doll and a purse, and so you were a little grown up, and that was fun because the girls all wore makeup, and they got to wear mom's high heels, and we're nowhere near big enough for this. They're like 10 years old, and so that was fun. When I was younger, I had a strawberry shortcake party.
Small business owners, thanks for listening to our podcast. Can we have $20? That will get you a 30-second commercial on our podcast, along with a mention in our post and a link in our show notes. If you're interested, give Cheyenne a call at 361-550-2325. Thanks for listening.
When I was younger, I had a strawberry shortcake party. And that was the buying the package stuff and everything. I think we had to pin strawberry shortcake on Strawberry Land or something.
Yeah.
Pin the tail on the donkey. Let's see. I don't remember any birthdays when I was older, like after 12 probably. I may have had one for my 16th birthday, but birthdays in my family were family.
Yeah.
You may have a couple of cousins that you don't see very often, or you would have your two best friends in the neighborhood, but for the most part, it was the grandparents are coming, and the aunts and uncles are going to be there, and the cousins, and so it was, even when we had a party, it was different.
And I think it was that way for us growing up too, family, and
right.
Keely and Kristen and everybody would come. But I think it's also becoming a thing too, where moms, well, first the themes are still a thing. People are doing Bluey birthdays and
right.
All the things. But also people are not having birthdays as much because people don't RSVP anymore. People don't come. And it's kind of getting to be a thing where we're just going to go somewhere for the weekend or have friends come over and,
sort of celebrate
night
on a small scale.
Yeah. And I think that's, like I said, I want to give River whatever birthdays she wants. Because,
right.
I mean, like I said, I love my birthday. I love to celebrate it. And maybe it's because it's in the summer and I didn't get to celebrate it at school and bring cupcakes for my class.
Right.
And that kind of thing, and she won't either.
And I had that too. So when I did have a birthday, there was also a special gift involved. Like we had a wading pool. We never had anything fancy, but a little wading pool, or we got a slip inside or sprinklers or something like that, so that we had something to do after, the cake and punch and whatever, which Mom made from scratch. None of that ever came from anywhere else. My mom made it.
Yeah.
But what I'm sitting here thinking is, you and I are both girls, and I'm wondering if boys did it differently. So I actually talked to my boyfriend earlier and said, tell me what you remember about birthdays. Because he grew up without money. Having a thrown birthday party was not a thing they would have done. And he said, but we lived in a neighborhood. I lived out in the country. Coming to my house was an event. And so he lived in the neighborhood, and he said we were all poor. Nobody brought gifts or anything else. It was like any other day, except, today we were doing it at John's house, and there was cake and ice cream.
Yeah.
But maybe there was other family there who would bring gifts or whatever. But after that, man, we're gone. We're on the bicycles. We're on the skateboard. We're in the backyard in somebody's pool. And I remember Dad saying the same thing. Like, the end-of-year party was always at Rhett's. Well, the birthday party was always at Rhett's, too, because he was the only one anybody knew with a pool.
Yeah.
And so everybody was at his house. In fact, I'm having my birthday party at Rhett's because he's got a pool. But, yeah, it was like every other day. And so did they not get theme parties? I mean, Dakota was really young. Yes, and Dad. Dakota did have a party when he was older, but I don't know if this was for his birthday, where I made a whole bunch of cute stuff and then promised to disappear, and like he had a dance outside.
Oh yeah, it was probably for like his 15th or 16th birthday.
Something like, probably not 16th. He would have been too cool for it by then, but yeah, maybe 14th or so.
Yeah, maybe.
I know he was in high school. So if we think about it differently as guys and girls too.
Yeah. That's funny because, like I said, I asked my husband too, and he's like, I don't know, I don't remember any of my birthdays, but I know his mother. I know that she threw him cutesy little birthday parties that were themed, and all that stuff too. So
you've also been to quite a few parties, even though, I mean, your child is small, but you've got several friends with small children too. So what is sort of the going thing? Like when we were little, the going thing really was your mom made a cake, you bought some ice cream, there might be some punch, and everybody bought you presents. Is that still how it works?
Well, some of my best friends, yeah, they've thrown their kid, they've got 7-year-olds by now, so I've been to, a lot of toddler birthday parties. And last summer we went to the pool, and one of my friends whose child it was, her birthday, it was actually a whole bunch of kids' birthdays, but they ordered just some Little Caesars pizzas and rented the pool for the day, and we swam for 2 hours and ate, and it was kind of BYOB, or bring your own drinks or whatever, and they put that on the invitation, which is now a Facebook invite, not you're not getting a card in the mail or anything like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's always usually a Facebook invite. And another time they kind of did the same thing. They just did hot dogs and cake and ice cream and, same thing.
So is it really a party for the kids, or is it a party for the adults and we're going to do some kid stuff while we're here?
No, it's definitely a party for the kids. Like I said, that one was at the pool, and of course all the kids are having a blast. There's lifeguards and everything. So, but the one before where they did hot dogs and stuff, they rented the big blow-up water slides.
Yeah.
And we did do that, but once all the kids left, the adults did do the relay race down the water slide. I think I was only 25 at the time, and the next day everybody was like, never again. Never again. It hurts.
We're so sore.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong, we're definitely having a good time at the kids' birthday parties, but it is very much about the kids. But also, if my friends were like, all right, we're sick of throwing these parties, whatever, I'll send you a Target gift card, y'all have fun this weekend, doing whatever you're going to do.
Because I remember what was thought of as extravagant, and I never knew anybody that did this, but this is what you saw for rich kids on TV or whatever, is you would have pony rides and practically a circus or a clown or a cowboy doing tricks or things like that, and I never knew anybody that had anything like that. I don't think that's real life, not for average people.
No. Yeah.
So what are your plans? You don't have plans this year because you're going to be out of town, right?
Yeah, visiting family, hanging out with my kiddo. Actually, I'm going to leave my kiddo with you and go hang out with some friends.
I thought we discussed this on Facebook, and I said, no, you're not.
We'll see.
This is why you have another grandmother, I'm just saying. I wonder where birthdays are going. Is it something that is ever going to change? Or are there enough people like you who really enjoy it? Who, and as moms now, enjoy throwing the parties. I wasn't into the parties, so I didn't love throwing them either. Every party you guys had, I want you to appreciate so much, because it took everything in me to pull that stuff together. And of course, a lot of times we were broke, not bad, but I didn't have a few $100s to throw a party. So I was making my own cakes, but I was doing the best I could to do cute decorations and things like that. And we tried to make it fun, and you would have friends over. We tried not to make it all family and things like that. Dad was somewhere in between you and me, because he would think the world owed him everything on his birthday and make everybody know it. I'm getting what I want for breakfast because it's my birthday, and you need to shut up because it's my birthday. And just everything. Go get me a glass of Coke. It's my birthday. He was king on his birthday. But that was the only time he ever really talked about it.
Yeah.
If we had money, we did gifts and things like that. It's funny, as you get older, that becomes so much less important. In years of being with my partner, we've never bought each other, I don't think, any gift.
Yeah. Well, in my husband's family, he still gets birthday gifts. The other day he was just telling Nan what he wanted for his birthday, and his family does that, and that's all fine. I've never really cared that much about birthday presents. In the past, he's gotten me birthday presents, but this year I'm going on a trip without him, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Because he worships me every day.
Good answer. So if you don't care about the gift, but you said because it's the getting together.
It's the celebration. I love having everybody together, and I also like that it's all about me.
I had a run of a few years there where, for whatever reason, my birthday was terrible. Something bad happened. Somebody had a car accident, or there was a storm and the power was off for several hours. And my birthday is literally in the middle of the year in the United States. In Texas, it is very, very hot. The year I turned 21, when I should have been partying and drinking and living it up, I had the flu. Who gets the flu in July? But I did. So for a long time, birthdays just, for whatever reason, they weren't great. It's just how it happened. And so I really don't care about them. But I'm turning 50 this year. And so I'm thinking I ought to make a big deal out of it. But man, I just can't get excited about anything.
Well, I was really hoping that River was going to be born on your birthday so that you would have to celebrate it every year for the rest of your life. And she came just a few days too early.
Just a few.
Just a few. River was born on a Tuesday and Mom's birthday was Friday that week. So,
Yes. Very close. At least I got her in my zodiac sign.
yeah, well, yeah, she's going to be a little crab like you. But, all right. Well, thanks for listening to us just chat about birthdays. And I hope if yours is coming up, you go all out. And thanks for listening.
Oh, wait. I've got one more thing.
What?
If anybody wants to get us a gift, we'll take $20. See you next time.